Welcome back. Today we will be starting the Grand Battle of Stones River. We've got 3 full corps here at play. Pretty standard split for this sort of Grand Battle. Bunch of divisions, few standalone brigades, artillery for each division, and then this time we're going with an even mix of my supplemental units for this corps. Second corps is going to be deployed up to the north, so they don't have the melee cavalry because they're not going to be very useful there. And third corps is the reinforcements, mostly here just to make up numbers. A lot of artillery that will make its way in late. I'm not even sure, honestly, that this corps will get a lot of use. I don't remember the reinforcement timing. I think maybe the first couple of divisions will actually get in early. But otherwise, mostly just for numbers. These brigades were just stood up. None of these guys have a lot of experience. So, infantry-wise, we're up to Harper's now for all of our small brigades. Small elite brigades are getting combined in. Some of them 1861s that I've spoken about before. So that's pretty promising. I took Parrots. 20 pounder Parrots from the rep shop to get back below cap. Career-wise, spent our point from the last battle on medicine. Just as a reminder, so Parker's, this is the one where we could have probably inflicted a lot more damage to them, but I judged that I didn't like the terrain and the way the formations were, so I took the early victory. So we only did about 5,000. Because of that, they gain a little more manpower again. Fine, whatever, just manpower. We don't care. Abraham Lincoln has ordered an all-out offensive across the country to take advantage of Union material superiority over the Confederates. At least 2 of your best corps are needed for the strategic attack to the center, at Tennessee. Your forces marched from Nashville to meet General Braxton Bragg's Army of the Tennessee. Bragg decided to hold his ground on the banks of the Stones River at Murfreesboro, a town of strong symbolic value for the South. We've met with Bragg's army on December 30th and started to deploy on the battlefield in an attempt to find a weakness on his flanks. He is possibly seeking for an opportunity to attack first. At dawn of December 31st, our soldiers are having their breakfast before they are ordered to assault Bragg's positions. So this is an interesting battle. Historically what happens is, you can see the soldiers having breakfast. The Confederates attack first, and they wildly push this flank here, basically shatter the right flank, and so these guys are retreating. But what happens is they manage to get actually a fairly orderly retreat and slowly contract their forces all the way down to the final pike here. And at this point, their forces are organized, and this is such a good defensive position that the Confederates can't end up cracking this defensive position and end up having to withdraw afterwards. So on the Confederate side, when you do this battle, what you want to do is you want to make sure to cut off a lot of these forces that start off down here, and it's quite possible to pocket them and get them trapped in like this forest right here. If you manage to take this flank and then move around them. You can trap them here and cut them off from the good defense positions here. After that, you can kill everyone. From the Union side, if a surprise attack where you fall back to a concentrated defense position sounds familiar to you, it should, because it's basically like Shiloh. However, the difference here is that this is all your forces. You've been progressed through the campaign long enough that you've got control of everything. So if you do this battle correctly, you should actually not need to withdraw at all. And that's what I will be attempting to do. We're going to hold here at the initial fighting, break their initial assault, and then once we can do that, as the map expands to show off more of these lines, we're going to take this force, swing around. They get fortifications here and here. I don't actually think there's much here. So we're going to swing around. If there is anything left here, kill that, and then just push straight north, flank them, pocket off, and crush all of these forces. And then at that point, these guys will have started making their way up north to make this crossing. So we can either sit here and contest the crossing, push out even further. I think there's a slight barricade here we can sit at. Either way, these forces will then sweep in behind, get some other guys to rush over here, and we'll pincer this force and crush them. If I do this fast enough, I think we can skip the last day. If not, they've get maybe like a division of reinforcements on the next day. So we'll see if I can actually pull that off this time. We are marching from Nashville on our mission to meet and destroy General Bragg's army. Securing the small town of Murfreesboro will not only have a strong symbolic impact on the Confederates, but will allow us to march further south and gain greater territorial control of Tennessee. Bragg is obviously not willing to allow us to march further on Tennessee soil. He waits for us at the banks of Stones River. You can see the fortifications here and here that I was referring to. A frontal attack would be suicidal. It would be wiser to reinforce our left in advance. If we take the heights west of town, we can flank and push the Confederates south. Our cavalry is patrolling the area, and tomorrow we will know if the ground is suitable for an attack. Here's the fortifications up there I was talking about. Another viable option is to attack their left, but we don't know how many rebels guard the area. We are now establishing our headquarters at Nashville Pike. Tomorrow morning we'll be ready to decide the best action. General, while other soldiers are having their breakfast, the rebels decided to attack first. Enemy infantry is advancing toward our right flank. Watch your center because it might be a decoy action and they are planning to attack us here. Okay, so if you look at the VPs, you only need to actually hold east and west and lose less than half your army. So that's the other clue, is that like if you're getting mauled, you don't actually need to hold these. It's just your line will extend north, so you want to be careful. If you're just flat out withdrawing, you can, and that will compress your lines a bit better. But there's no real reason to. As I said, this is pretty good ground to hold. So I'm just gonna get rid of all these guys. So this is where your first serious attack's gonna come from. So we're going to be right here on top of the VP. That's not who I wanted. Where did you go? Is it just not giving me the unit that there we go. No, wait, that's not who I wanted. Where is the unit that I'm looking for? Is this third div? Is this fourth div? That'll work anyway. That's fine. Alright, so these guys will combine up, block right here. More up here, so you have to watch the spacing on this unit carefully. We don't have enough troops to really contest forces up here. We don't really want to anyway, so we need to pull back ever so slightly to keep good lines like that. Because they're going to be able to get in here, so you don't want to let them shoot like that for free. Okay. And we're going to have the sniper start out here. These guys are going to go straight around and down, and they're going to try to get behind. They've got some artillery behind they're trying to get to. One unit here just to actually I take the back. You don't need them. I don't need them here. So take the cavalry and I'll just run them down instead. Something like this should be enough just to hold this point as a little bit of a hard spot. This, and then we'll just get some skirmishers just to get out here, just to keep an eye on things and provide spotting. And these guys are gonna move around and they're gonna hit whatever's down here in the flanks. I think it's skirmishers only that will attack up here, so these guys should be pretty safe. And that should be everything. These guys can swing in late. I slightly mess up on the deployment on that. It's a little surprising that they're only... No, I'm sure it's fine. Because these guys are perfect. I wonder if there's a unit that I'm not getting deployed for some reason. No, whatever. That should be good enough. Let's go. Alright, so combine. Go this way. So I don't want him to get caught in the scrum. Swing this way. That should be good. Combine with him. Okay. That's the artillery I'm going to try to get to. Yep, alright. Just run away before these guys get the chance to take their shot. Actually, let's pause and pull these guys over here to help deal with that. Just gonna split even more skirmishers off to mass and deal with the cavalry, make sure they don't hit me from behind. Skirmishers are enough to just dissuade cavalry against that sort of thing. Okay. Reinforcements, yeah, good. Okay, perfect. Keep them from kill their general as well. Alright, let's pause, reassess. Keep general up here. I think these guys will be okay to hold, so I'm going to have him down here as insurance, have him peek out. And we'll split to send one up there and one down here. I'm going to need these guys to keep just dueling and skirmishing out with them. Send them here, 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 and then I need to keep finding these guys. Alright, so they're trying to trigger some kind of a charge. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so they're getting pushed back already. These guys getting to do good work. I want to watch out these guys don't get flank shot from them, because I think they are. So push them back ever so slightly. These guys need to get down there. I need to watch out because they got some brigades that leaked into here. Use them to keep fighting these guys. Pull back to here. Just keep ranging on them. These guys are running. They're gonna get in. Range. the heck? Just randomly ran into one of the brigades that just charged us for some reason. Like, okay. Pause. I need to reassess what the heck is going on here. Alright. Well, these guys ran away. That's all that's important. Guys are still doing okay. I need to pull them back ever so slightly because I think they're getting chip damage from these brigades over here. These artillery, which we don't want. Out of range? Please be out of range. Alright, they just have a billion guys that are back there. Yeah, it's because the artillery is hitting them. I lost a gun. Just super annoying, but we're getting close to breaking their guys open. I just need like one more brigade down here somehow. In fact, I'm gonna shift him down because I want him to stop getting shot. Just randomly getting skirmishers back there. It's like, oh, okay, fine. guys are retreating. So skirmishers are out there somewhere. Need to get them moving. We've broken most of their infantry, so you're going to come out and actually fight them for realsies. And this way. There's the skirmishers. Okay, just randomly running across cavalry in the interior. It's super annoying. Lost another couple guns. Whatever. Send them just up to recuperate. Cavalry and melee in forest is, should we say, not so good. Time to go after their artillery because they've got like nothing left here. That's where they went. These guys have been destroyed. Alright, so that'll do it for Phase 1. Thanks for watching.